Thank you for me to appear on your program. I'm Mr. Anthony Digen Kpadeh from Liberia. I work for the Ministry of Lands, Mines and Energy, and I also serve as a National Climate Change Adaptation Consultant on the NAPA process. And I developed a PPG, the Project Preparatory Program, for the 3 NAPA process, the Coastal Project, and Food Security Project, and that of the L1 system.
Okay, thank you very much. First question, can you identify 2 or 3 entry points for NAP in Liberia, in your country?
Well, I would think one of the entry points would be for the national policy document to be prepared. Liberia lack the national climate change policy, and that need to be worked out. That will address all of the sector to have linked to climate change. I think NAP, that could be one of the main entry points, and also to establish strategic adaptation plan for Liberia.
And what capacity gaps do you see in your country in relation to adaptation planning, both at individual level but also at the institutional level? In particular, what do you think are the 3 most important skills to develop and implement a NAP?
Liberia climate change is fragmented right now. We don't have an institution, so capacity is being circled around individual. So I think there's a need to have national capacity development package for Liberia. But what most is the problem is that Liberia lack the financial capacity to have capacity development in our country. So we love for the NAP project to build the capacity of the national at the local level, the national level. That's one of the biggest gaps we have, capacity development is lacking. So Liberia cannot implement some of the very indicators that the NAP is talking about. So we need that capacity to be built at all levels.
And how do you think the NAP Global Support Program could help with your national adaptation plans and initiatives?
Well, NAP-GSP could help Liberia first to see how we could develop our national policy on climate change, and that could be one of the main beginning if our policy is developed, and that will be able to capture those indicators that are in the policy. Then of course we can now drive the process for the NAP. In the actual policy, in the actual strategic plan for the country, I think that should be a very good help if the NAP can come in now. But as I speak, Liberia lack financial support from the governmental level. So most of the time, government don't support some of these initiatives. So I think if NAP can take the lead so that the implementation of this NAP can really be successful in Liberia, we need financial support.
And do you have any success stories ready to share, or lessons learned from the NAPA GSP? Or otherwise, are you facing any specific challenges to develop the NAP?
Yeah, we are facing other challenges. First, there's a gap in capacity. We don't have a capacity to really implement the project or the next phase for long-term adaptation need. It's a very big gap from capacity. In the lack of capacity, you can't do anything. So you realize that Liberia cannot even develop their own scenario, climate scenario. We don't have the institution that can do that for now. So I think there's a need for the capacity development to really take the lead, because once your capacity is built, you're able to do a lot of work on this project.
Okay, and any success stories up to now? Any success stories? Like, for example, are you learning anything from this process up to now?
Yeah. This process, especially with country experience, we are observing what other countries are doing and what the level they are and where we are for Liberia. You know, Liberia is a war-torn country, so all of our institutions need to be rehabilitated that has been one of our major setbacks. So as a result, we are learning from this NAP meeting or this workshop from country experience, and we hope that when we get back home, we'll be able to re-establish the coordination process, because that's one of the weak points we have in Liberia. Coordination is a problem. So we hope that what we are gaining from other countries' experience, we capitalize on them to do some development process towards the NAP.